Hey, what's going on, everybody? How you doing today? My name is Monique Turner. I am your purpose expert with never personal, always purpose. All right, that is a mindset, y'all. Okay, it's more than a brand. It's more than what's on this t-shirt right now. It's a mindset, and it was a mindset that I was able to develop over the years of battling with myself and what I wanted to do with my life and my career, and and just being the person that I know that God created me to be. And so during that process, I developed a mindset that it's never personal, it's always purpose. And I did that, and then I turned it into a brand because it's what kept me going no matter what. Right? Okay. And so today's topic, though, I didn't even tell you what today's topic is. And I'm super excited about this topic because it's close to home because I did it. I lived this. So is how to terminate your probation early without a lawyer. Okay, so something that I had to do. So let me just tell you really quick. I did 5 years in federal prison. And after when I came home from federal prison, I still, I wanted to do right. But again, who wants to work for $13 an hour? That's what kids is making, and so it was a struggle for me to sit there and really come home and be working for what my kids could be making. And so because of that, then what did I do? I started breaking the law, getting money the best way that I knew how. It's quick, it's easy, it's fast, and it's a lot of it. But again, that comes with a price. Every time that we doing something that we don't have no business doing, when we trying to fix a problem that we have, instead of giving that problem to God, then all we doing is digging ourselves into a deeper hole. And that's exactly what I was doing. I thought I was climbing out because, I'll get that money real quick. And then, okay, it's all good and fun. I could buy this and buy that and all that material stuff that has no value, no meaning. Not at all to my life, because once I'm gone and happen to sit behind those walls, then what? I don't have none of that. Right? We all got the same clothing on. And so I had to really think about that because, again, like I said, I came home, I broke the law. So what happened? Then I ended up back in the halfway house for doing things that I didn't have no business doing. And so therefore, while I was in the halfway house, I'm so grateful and thankful to the man above because he showed me what my purpose is. Now, listen, I didn't have nobody to tell me, Monique, this is your purpose. This is what you should do. I think that you would be great at that. No, my parents passed away, both of them, God rest their soul, before I went to prison. So I lost my mom and my dad a year and a half before I had to go do 5 years in federal prison. So I had nobody guide me with that. But guess what? It was all in the mind. So I believe that. I believe that I heard God tell me this. See, it's a mindset. Because some people right now is watching this video like, girl, please, you heard from God? No. Right? And then some people was like, yes, because I hear from God too. I know that that's him telling me to do this and to do that, but I go against him sometimes. Because that used to be me all the time, right? That's our conscious mind. When your conscious mind is telling you what you need to be doing and you do the opposite, then that means you're just doing what the enemy wants you to do instead of doing what God wants you to do. So you got to start checking yourself when you start doing that, right? Because we got to be our own biggest critics. It don't matter what nobody else say. It don't matter what nobody else thinks. See, that's where the never personal, always purpose comes in at, right? I'm not worried about what you do, what you don't do, what you say, what you don't say, none of that. I'm not worried about none of it, right? Because I'm not going to take it personal. That's you, your life, your opinion. And that's good. I got to focus on me and what's the purpose, right? It's always purpose. Everything that we do, we encounter, everything that we endure has purpose behind it. So I want to understand the purpose behind everything so that way I can stay at maintaining my peace. I can continue to move on and just keep climbing this ladder, trusting the process and knowing that everything is through God. So I did that. Okay, so 2010, I'm going somewhere with this, y'all. So if y'all like, oh, girls, this all about you, when you gonna get to it? I'm gonna get to it. I just want y'all to see how it all starts with this mindset, because you're not gonna be able to accomplish anything if you don't have the right mindset, all right? And so that's what I had to do, okay? Again, a girl that was born and raised in housing projects, grew up in the Valencia Gardens, right? So the projects all my life, and then goes to prison, lose parents, all these different obstacles, again, and a whole lot of different trauma within those years of growing up that we not even finna get into, okay? But so much, okay? So my point of saying that is everybody has a story. We all been through something. but we all can accomplish anything that we put our mind to. So that's why it's a mindset. Anything. I mean that. I'm telling you, I can't believe the things that I'm able to accomplish. I can't believe it. Just like what I'm finna show y'all and talk to y'all about being able to terminate your probation early without a lawyer. Okay, so let's just talk about it. I had that vision for the nonprofit, and then guess what? The nonprofit came to pass in 2013. Took me 3 years because, again, my mind wasn't right. I was allowing other people to doubt me, and then I started doubting myself. I started believing that it couldn't happen. Now, because I'm not making no money doing this, I'm volunteering right now. Now I feel like, you know what? I need to do other things. I need to be making some money. So all these different battles that I was having in my own head. So I had to get out of my own way. But eventually I did, because guess what? God will tie you down. So when you keep wondering, why me? When you keep going through something and you just like, dang, I can't catch a break. That's because God trying to tell you something. You just need to be able to settle down and really pay attention to what He's trying to tell you. Just like why He put me in that halfway house. I thank God I got the halfway house and didn't have to go back to prison. And in that moment, He showed me what my purpose was, and it took me a while, but I ran with it. So let's get to it. So now I finally get an opportunity in 2013 to be able to come into the schools and run my program in the school. Amazing, right? Super exciting. So I tell the principal and everybody, I tell them that, you know, I've been in prison. I'm currently on probation. I was currently on state and federal probation. I only had a few months left, though, for my federal probation, right? But I still had 3 years left for state probation. So I told him this, but I ended up going to do my fingerprints, because in that moment he was like, when can you start? Because I told before we even got to the record, I'm telling him all these different things that I offer and these type of workshops and programs that I offer with the kids. So he just said, when can you start? That was all God. Okay, that was, man, so powerful. So then I tell him what the background is before I go get fingerprinted. Now I'm in the schools and I'm working with the kids and I'm doing an amazing job. They loving everything that I'm doing. So they excited about what I'm doing. And then boom, here comes the fingerprints. I thought the fingerprints was good. For whatever reasons, I was just thinking that, you know, it's drug trafficking. It wasn't nothing physical and, you know, like where I had guns or anything like that. So I was thinking that it would be okay, right? No domestic violence and, you know, crimes like that. So no. They called me in and was like, Monique, you need to go down there. You need to go talk to them and tell them everything about what happened, because we don't know if we're going to be able to keep you. And so in that moment, I did that, and they, of course, because I'm volunteering, right? And so, but the thing was, I could only be in a space where other adults was. So now, instead of running my groups privately, I had to run my groups in the library so we could be in an open space. Okay, cool. Let's fast forward. Let's get quick. Let's go fast. Okay. So now, because I ain't trying to bore you, I'm definitely going somewhere. I just want you to understand this, y'all. So what happens is now that I am getting offered a contract. So in the midst of getting offered the contract, now boom, get the contract. They say yes, get approved for it. Now here comes December. Okay, December is when I got the vision to begin with. Now here comes December again, 3 years later, where they saying, you know what, Monique, you're going to have to go get that took off your record, because if you don't, then we going to have to terminate this contract. I'm like, what? Oh no, like I just know this can't be happening. I'm praying and like, God, I've been giving you all my faith and just believing in you and trusting the process, and I'm not making no money. I'm in a very vulnerable stage in my life right now, right? Depending on my wife to take care of all the bills and everything and our kids. It was just crazy, right? It was like my back was against the wall and I had surrendered to everything. And you know, it was just an emotional moment. And so it was just like, now this, right when I'm thinking I finally got my opportunity. So I go down there to the public defender's office and stuff and talk to the different people to see about expungement, because they have these different programs where you can get your record expunged, where everybody is talking about it's going to take 3 months and all this time. I don't have that type of time. So I'm like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? So somebody ended up telling me, I don't even remember who, that you know what, you can try to go and apply and do it on your own. Go to the law library. So what do? Me and my cousin go to the law library, y'all. When we go to the law library, boom, we talking to the people, we asking questions about what process do we need to go through, what do we need to do. I ask another lawyer, the lawyer tell me I need to write up a motion. This is the motion, okay? So there you go. You can see it, all right? This is the motion. This is what the template looks like. This is the motion that I had to write up, okay? And in this motion, I wrote up that I needed to be released from probation early because I was being offered an opportunity, okay? So I wrote this motion up, you guys, and filed this motion, okay? Filed it, and guess what? Filed it, then I went to the 2 weeks. I had an appointment to see the judge. I'm nervous because now you got to remember, there is no lawyer. You are your own lawyer because you filed your own paperwork, okay? And so I get up there and I end up talking and I'm saying, you know what, Your Honor, please, I need this opportunity. I need to be able to have my probation terminated early so that way I can work on getting my record expunged so that I'm able to work in the schools and pursue my my purpose. This is, you know, and so I was so nervous, y'all. But guess what? God is good. God is amazing. He's not going to put you on a path for nothing. You see what I'm saying? That's why I was telling y'all it's a mindset. Because you know what? I'm not going to say any and everybody will just be able to go in there and actually just get their own record terminated like that, get off probation. But if you focus and you doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing and you following God's plan for your life, of course it's going to happen. Of course, because it's all wrote. It's all aligned, right? We got to stay aligned with the purpose. And so I went in there and I did that. Okay, I was able to get off probation early. And right after that, and this is for state. So let me just say that too. This was for the county, right? This is for state. This was not for federal. Federal, you cannot get your record expunged. Federal, you can try to go in for an early release. You would have to be doing everything correct, and you have to be able to, you have to have a good relationship with your probation officer and get your probation officer to say that they agree to you being off probation early. Okay, so that's what you have to do, and then you can go back into the federal courts. But see, again, I don't know if you can file that on your own to go into federal court or with federal court if you actually do need your lawyer. That one I don't know because like I said, I only had a few months left when I was on federal probation, and so it just terminated on its own. I didn't have to worry about that. And like I said, you can't get that expunged, so it's just always there. It comes up. It still came up when I had to do my prints again like 6 months ago. Still came up, okay? This is for state. So I should have stated that in the beginning, but now you know. Okay, so, but what I want to tell you is it didn't just work with me. See, this is what I'm telling you. This is why I'm telling you, you can do this and this can happen. All you got to do is go down there and do it. Just file the paperwork. All you got to do is get on Google and Google the template that you need to get off, terminate from probation early. The template is going to come up. When the template comes up, all you have to do is take out the stuff where you need to add your name and your information, erase everything, and then that way you make all your own narrative, okay? And that's it. Then you just go file that paperwork. You have to have your docket numbers and everything, your case number and all that. You have to have that so you can put that on here, okay? But then when you get down there to the courts, then that's when you're going to be able to get the department that you're going to and what time and what date. So you don't have to fill that part in, all right? So when they say how that part is going to be over there, just leave that part blank. Just have it say the time and the date, but then you're just going to write the date in there, all right? So that's what you do with that. And then the rest of it is self-explanatory. But like I said, all in this part, it's your own narrative, okay? And then also on the back, and then you're going to sign it. But then also in the front, you are going to write you. So your name versus whatever it was. Like, so for me, it was Monique Turner versus Contra Costa Probation Department. All right, that's what's on mine. And then you see how it's filed, right? Then you're going to file it. Boom, you good to go. And so what happened? God ended up placing this young lady in my life, and she was on probation. And you know what? We was seeing about maybe possibly she's going to be able to work with us. And so I was like, I can work with you on that. I can help you, you know, possibly get off probation early because I did it for myself. So somebody else. And just so you can see, right? So we end up going to file the paperwork, right? So we go file the paperwork for her, and guess what? We had like 2 court dates. So it didn't happen immediately because sometimes you have conditions. So if you have conditions, you need to make sure that you've handled everything that you were supposed to handle. So if you had to do community service, any classes, any of those things, if you have restitution, you want to make sure that all those things are clear before you go in front of the judge. Because if you still haven't done some of those things, then it's most likely that it won't happen, right? Most likely they're going to say no. And you don't have time for that. You want them to say yes. So you want to go in there and make sure that when you do, all your stuff is done. Don't go in there half-stepping and know that you still got classes that you need to do, but you think you finna get off probation early. That's not finna happen, all right? So don't do that, okay? And so really that's it, y'all. That's all you have to do. You have to be persistent. You have to really want it. You have to know that you are not just filing to get off probation early for absolutely nothing. What is your purpose? Where is your mind at? And where are you going now? What direction are you about to go in, right? Because it's huge. Now you're going to be on probation. Now you have a second chance. You have another opportunity to do something great with your life. What are you going to do? We all have a purpose. We all have a gift from God. You have a gift from God. I have a gift from God. I learned that my gift is talking, right? So what is your gift? Think about whatever it is that you used to be most passionate about when you was a kid. What are the things you used to do? For me, talk. Like I'm doing right now, talk. Look at this video. We have 16 minutes. This video is raw and uncut. No edits. I don't edit my videos. A lot of people edit their videos. I don't, because God gifted me to talk. I'm giving you the message just as God gives it to me. Whatever he's putting inside my head to deliver to you, that's what I'm doing. All right? So anyway, I'm not going to get off topic. This was all about how do you get off probation early without a lawyer, and I just gave you the way how. All right, now you have the tools that you need in order so that you can get off probation early without having to go through a lawyer. And the good thing is that, because now let me tell you this, I'm working with client number 3 right now, and right now she was finna be terminated. And so, but there was a couple of things that was in the paperwork that the judge wanted confirmation on. So now he'll get that confirmation within these 2 weeks. That's how long the DA had to get the confirmation. But everybody, the probation, the judge, everybody was already said that they're leaning for the dismissal. This dismissal is 1.5 years early. But the whole time, good conduct, never no interactions with no police officers or anything like that, completed all classes that need to be completed. That's what you have to be doing, see, because it shows where your mind is at. If you're doing all the things that you need to do, and you can do all those things when you told to do them, why you can't do nothing when you're supposed to do it on your own? Why you can't be motivated to go get out there and go get it? Why do you need these people, or why do you need these people to tell you what you got to do and when you got to do it? That's the only time you handling some business for yourself, is when they telling you what to do and how to do it. I mean, just think about that, because that be like blowing my mind, right? Like how it's just like, oh, we get obedient for them, but we don't get obedient for ourselves. Come on now. You gotta, come on, it's more self than anything, right? I ain't caring about nobody else. I ain't caring about all of what they doing. I'm caring about self. So what is self gonna do? Self is gonna never take it personal, understand that it's always a purpose, and that's what I'm pursuing right now. I'm pursuing my purpose, and I want you to pursue your purpose too. I want you to now go and file to get yourself off probation early and start pursuing your purpose. What was you most passionate about when you was a kid? What do you enjoy doing? What will you volunteer? Like for me, right? I was volunteering. I was going to the schools, and I still go volunteer sometimes, working with the youth. That's what I enjoy doing. That's what I'm passionate about, talking, helping them, guiding them, mentoring them, right? That's what I do, advocating for them. What are you passionate about? Okay, because talking is a whole lot of different things. I'm even an author. I write books, right? There's so many different things. I have this gift with many of talents, just like you. You got that gift and you got many of talents. Tap into those talents so you can start tapping into the things that you are happy about, that you enjoy doing. So when you wake up in the morning, you're going to be happy. You're going to feel good about yourself in the day and starting your day instead of being mad and angry and miserable because you're going to a job that you don't like. You got a boss that you don't like when you could be your own boss. You know? Or when now you could end up going to a company that you really enjoy and that you're passionate about working for this company because it's aligned with your purpose and your gift and your talents. You know? All right, y'all. So I ain't finna start preaching to you, but come on. I want everybody to win. I want everybody to win and just understand that it's never personal. It's always purpose. Stop caring so much and getting frustrated and getting out your zone and not being focused because you too bit focused on what everybody else is doing and what they got going on and how they doing it. And no, stop. Pineapples. All right, you have to focus, get grounded. What is for you? It's something amazing that's just for you. What is that? For me, it's the youth. It's being an advocate. It's doing this right now, making this video, being able to share the knowledge that God gave me through all these different crazy experiences that I had to go through, where really somebody would be like, whew, I can't do it no more. I give up. But instead, it's amazing because I know everything is tied to a testimony that God want me to give somebody else. You know? So, all right, y'all. Like I said, I'm not going to make this video long, but just know that you can do it. Oh, and that's the other thing I was going to say. You can get in there and to say if you're real nervous, right? Now your paperwork is already filed. So if you want a lawyer, once you in there, the judge will appoint you a public defender right there in that moment on the day of your court date. So that's also a really good thing because, see, the public defenders will take a long time to put you on calendar, right? They move when they want to move. But you can go put yourself on calendar, and then on that day, you can get awarded to be with a public defender that day that can finish talking you through it. All right. So that's also a really good thing, too. If you feel like, you know what, you just don't want to advocate for yourself. You'd rather the lawyer do it. Cool. But because you already did the legwork. All right. So thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all watching this video. Share this video, though. Share. This is my first video on being able to be my first video on the criminal justice department and that type of industry, because that's my goal moving forward. That's what I'm doing, is helping individuals discover their purpose through all that we endure. We endure this type of stuff, but that's okay. We still have a purpose. We still have a gift, and we can all move towards that. And that's what I want to do, is help everybody, individuals, be able to move towards that. So if you know somebody that is struggling with just feeling down and feeling lost and feeling like they just can't take it right now, and they have a criminal record and they just feel like there's no resources out there for them, they just need a little bit more help, they need some advice, somebody to talk to, then go ahead and email me at info@neverpersonalalwayspurpose.com. All right. Thank y'all so much again for always continuing to tune in and watch my videos. Please share these videos, and yeah, I love y'all. I pray that you all have a blessed day. Your kids, your family. I pray blessings over your whole life and over your journey and the process. Amen.